What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Band of Bothers podcast, aka The Shit Show. I'm Joey Mack here with Brandon, Dante, and Kurt for the second round. Unfortunately, Lewis is not going to be with us tonight. He's a little bit under the weather, but we're giving him props up in the hope that he'll be back to his normal self and with us next week. As everyone knows, Veterans Day just passed, and we want to start by thanking all the veterans for their service and sacrifices that they have made for us to continue to live the lives that we enjoy today. We also want to offer sincere condolences to the family of those lost Saturday in Texas when a B-17 Flying Fortress and a Bell P-63 King Cobra collided and crashed at a Wings Over Dallas air show. Unfortunately, we lost 6 lives in that accident. And also to all those affected by Hurricane Nicole here in Florida, keep those people in your thoughts and prayers as they work to recover from the losses suffered property, but thank God no other lives were lost. Also, thanks to everyone who came out and watched the first episode of the Band of Bothers podcast and gave us the feedback. If you haven't checked out the first episode yet, then you need to stop what you're doing and go check out episode 1 on Spotify and Anchor right now. And after you do that, go over to our Instagram, Band of Bothers podcast, and find your opportunity to win the first ever Band of Bothers merchandise. And now, let's start the show. How about them Dolphins, though, bro?
Yo.
You beat the Browns.
First of all,
just let us have something, Brandon?
we beat them 39-17.
It's
beat the Browns. Okay.
If you beat them 39-30, it would have been bad for you.
We beat a lot of good teams this year.
We did. We beat the Bills.
You've also lost 3 games.
Let's talk about the teams we beat.
How about let's talk about the positive? There we go. I don't want to talk about the losses. I only want to talk about the wins.
We can't talk about the wins. Who's your team?
So,
guys, yeah. So, what about when they face the Vikings?
Listen.
No, even better. Let's talk about when they face the Jets.
It's a rematch. And we're coming for blood.
You know, so I have to give him that.
I know. Yeah, we lost 40-17 in that game.
When I watched the game with the Jets, it was almost like when I watched the Hurricanes play
FSU
State University.
Oh, so, yes, that one.
It was a train.
Middle
and
Tennessee.
I do realize that currently the Jets have a worse record than y'all.
Did they lose this week?
Good question. I don't know. Looks like they had a bye week.
One good thing coming out of it, though, is Tua is the midseason MVP.
Number 1 quarterback in the league.
Number 1 quarterback in the league. Run of 2,200. What was it? 2,200 passing yards, I think it was.
Yeah, I think over half of those to Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, that is also true.
Okay.
Anyway, I guess enough about them Dolphins. How are you guys dealing with the newfound fame from the Band of Bothers podcast? That's what I really want to know.
What fame? What fame, bro? It's like the same. I'm gonna be real. I don't see no money coming in. I don't see girls on the streets like, "Yo, Dante, I heard you on the podcast. Good looking out, bro. Can I get your number?" None of that. I don't see none of that fame. You know, it's just a normal day. Normal day.
How are you promoting it, Dante?
I'm promoting it by a small circle of friends because I don't know where this is going. I don't know how it's going to be.
I feel that.
And I had a list of feedback. I was just like, yeah.
I felt
First
that one.
First episode was rough.
Dante,
you know?
Dante hiding behind a wall of semi-shame and semi-pride, you know?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. You know?
He's taking the easy way out. If it's unsuccessful, he doesn't have to explain why it stopped. But if it's really
at the same time, you know, I have to explain shit. I did find out for a gaming podcast that you guys don't play that many video games. I was like, holy shit, I'm part of a team that doesn't really play that much video games.
Well, you know, we try to teach variety to Kurt, but Kurt's, you know.
I have a variety.
I feel like I should give y'all homework. Like, I got to look at what games on Game Pass.
Yeah, they get the homework I got.
Come back to and tell me how you feel about a video game.
That's actually a good idea.
You know, it's like, what's your homework for the week? Just try to beat like 2 levels of this. Tell me how you feel.
Yeah, like
You know?
Robotech. Try and beat Dante and
Oh,
Robotech.
fuck, dude. I would That's too many years ago.
And I even
That's
tried
20
cheating.
years ago.
I can tell you about God of War Ragnarok.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, Dante, I have a detailed description of all of the gameplay dialogue, all of the secret hidden. I basically have a spoiler list that I'm going to rant off at the end of the podcast.
Okay.
He's gonna leave before you do.
Mm-hmm.
Dante,
I'm like, see what happens. I'm like, okay.
Hey, what?
You aren't you coming up here in January? Just
that is,
that's all.
yep.
Yeah, he was.
Mm-hmm. Let's see how that goes.
I don't know who's picking him up. He's coming, but I don't pick him up.
Yeah. You know, I still think it's funny how Dante didn't even know I was coming. It's his house in his state, and he had no idea. Kurt's just like, yeah, you get your plane ticket. You know, there's plenty of room. Dante's like, what?
Okay, like this is what because before Chris like, yeah, I told you, like, no, this is what I known before. First, it was like him and Little Man was gonna come up, right? That was the first time he told me. Second time he was like, okay, it's just gonna be like me and Lewis, and that was the last time I heard. And all of a sudden, I get a text message from you, and I'm like, huh, I guess Joey's coming up too. I didn't get the memo on that one, you know.
So the common denominator, a lot of our
changing.
problems seems to be me.
It kept changing.
Kurt, you
Because
have
I'm
to-
like, he says, I swear I told you. I'm like looking at the messages. I'm like, I don't see any of that.
In order to understand and communicate with you fully, you basically have to go through the Wind Talkers code of communication.
I was thinking about that, you know.
Just fucking smoke signals, code words, reading in between lines that aren't there, all kinds of stuff.
I've become a Boy Scout.
Listen to what he means, not what he says.
Correct.
So we God of War that I know you guys are super excited about. And then we got that Warzone 2.0. And then this new little guy coming up called Warzone DMZ. Which
What do you know about the DMZ?
You didn't know about the DMZ?
What do you know about the DMZ?
It's
Well,
a demilitarized zone.
Because according to this,
Well, let's
Okay.
not get ahead of ourselves now. Let's start with that God of War.
oh yeah,
Not really.
y'all's
It's
Go
still
ahead.
brand new. Nah, we can't get into God of War. All I can say with the first 3 hours, it is good.
Oh,
That
I know.
is all.
I know you hung up on me.
gotcha.
Like that is it. It's just good. I refuse to spoil anything for people out there. It's like one of those things. It's one of those games you gotta play for yourself. You
No, you
know,
don't.
even
I watched
through
it on
work.
YouTube.
I know, but like through work, guys were telling me, "Oh man, the first blah 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 of the game, blah blah blah." So when I played it, I couldn't get no emotions to it like everybody else did.
No.
It's like, don't say shit. Just let a motherfucker play. Just say like, "Hey, dude, by the way, the game is good. Just let you know right off the bat, you're gonna have a good time." That's all you had to say. Not like, "Oh man, the first blah blah blah, and then blah blah blah, and then blah blah blah." I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up.
That Warzone 2.0 and DMZ.
Yeah.
So Warzone 2.0 launches November 16th with the start of Modern Warfare 2 Season 1 and the new DMZ extraction mode. So looking at the GameSpot article here from S.E. Doster on November 10th, DMZ's mode explained by Activision is this. DMZ is an open world, narrative focused extraction mode where operator squads have free reign to complete faction based missions, take on additional side objectives, engage with operators or AI combatants, and search for valuable items, all while fighting to survive toward exfiltration. Now, having said that, that sounds an awful lot like Warzone in and of itself.
Yes. But also, a side note, the game will be free.
Yeah, it will be free. Thank
Yeah,
God.
it will have a battle pass system.
But they're trying to say that it's like that Escape from Tarkov game.
Is it?
So, well, that's what people are saying. It's an Escape from Tarkov-like game mode. And they're
I mean,
Yeah,
trying
because
Tarkov's
if
a
you
realistic
lose an
game,
insured weapon,
Yeah.
remember insured takes times, and
Yeah.
insurance takes times. It's mostly about the insurance.
Mm-hmm.
If you insured a weapon,
yeah,
that's where they kind of get it from.
I'm very interested to see how they do that because what it says, engage with enemy operators or AI combatants, search for valuable. I mean, you're doing loot through Warzone already, faction-based missions. I mean, it just sounds like a little bit different Warzone. But how video games lately are just getting into this new habit of polishing a turd and calling it a different type of shit. No, I don't really have huge hopes for it. I don't know if you guys think that. I don't know. Brando, what do you think?
There's very little out on it. It does say expect a tactical overview into this mode, like this coming up week.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Call of Duty's actual website. This was last updated on the 9th. This is being recorded on the 13th, but it comes out in like 3 days. I don't know how much longer they're going to wait to actually tell people about it.
I know, right?
But that's like what you just read is literally all they have on DMZ.
Well, good to know that they're giving us a nice little overview of everything.
Now, I have a question on that. Will the original Warzone server be shut down from the first one or no?
So what I'm reading, yes and no. Because what they're going to do is they're going to launch what's called Warzone Caldera, which will be like the current Warzone, because it'll be completely separate from 2.0.
So what I have here, and this is on Google, it says Call of Duty Warzone 1 servers are shutting down and closing down on November 16th. But they will be brought back online on November 28th. And this is courtesy of Activision's WZ 2.0 and COD MW2 Season 1 overview.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because what they're going to do is they're going to bring it back and call it Warzone Caldera.
Mm-hmm. Yep, there it is. Yep.
Yeah.
That's Caldera, yeah.
Rebirth and Fortune's Keep will not be present. That's going to make a lot of people mad.
Yeah, they love Rebirth.
But, I mean, they'll have to bring that in because people love it too much.
Maybe.
Now, when we don't know any special features coming with this one yet. You said the overview doesn't really come out.
No,
not for DMZ. DMZ, that's all the information we have. On Warzone 2, there's a lot of info out. Plus, I watched a lot of the gameplay when they had the like all the streamers and everything come and play it. So I watched a lot of things that they did there. But
they're overhauling the battle pass.
Yeah, me personally, I'm not a Warzone guy, so I'm just trying to get a better view of what's going on with this.
Yeah. Well, some of the big changes there. One of the big ones that I'm not really a fan of is the new Gulag, because it was just a 1v1. You know, who's ever better is who wins, or whoever's luckier. The new Gulag is a 2v2.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Well, it is also going to be an AI jailer in the middle of the Gulag once the time runs out. So the jailer will be there to ensure someone wins and someone loses. So you also have an AI to combat too. Although if you kill the jailer, all 4 of you go back in.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I like that.
But if you don't kill a jailer, then he decides who's your fate.
Yeah. Yeah. Whichever team is killed first loses, and the other 2 go back in.
That's pretty cool.
Loadouts are still in. I thought they were going to get rid of that. I was hoping they were going to get rid of that, but no, that's still there.
Well, you know what's funny? I still like thinking about how far these games have came and like the new social aspect of video games. Everything's changed from how video games started in the beginning. Lewis had a good joke with the Pong stuff. We all had a good laugh at that. Think about it. Even going back to what was the one Brandon brought up? SOCOM. Like was when it came out years and years ago, and how far that's came and what we have now.
Well, yeah. You put in perspective. I mean, you used to go to your friend's house and sit side by side to play on a screen. Now you can play fucking across the country.
I know, and across the world. It makes you think too. Like, so that whole like being there, that whole like intimacy of video games, and like having to go
intimacy.
Over to, like,
that's a good word.
Hook up the TVs. You know, those.
I heard someone giggle back there, so Dante.
I tried to hold it.
Well, sorry, go ahead.
Joey's trying to be all sexual. Intimacy.
It's kind of like the days where you had to go and like watch HBO late at night and have that old videotape, and whenever forward on the DVD or on the fucking VCR. Maybe catch you some side boob.
Well, the good thing about this is too that I learned with the new intimacy of this stuff is that when you annoy somebody, they don't hit you through a closet.
Well, that is that too.
Hey.
I was waiting for that one to come out.
I plead the fifth because I don't. There's a lot of times I threw you through the closet. I just don't remember.
I know. I never flew so far.
God. I plead the fifth. I think that's why they took away split screens because they got tired of people beating up each other. Like it's online now.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Because everybody was look what happened to Halo Infinite. No split screen and people are pissed.
Oh yeah.
Like,
you remember those days though? Going to your friend's house and having a Halo tournament.
There was nothing.
Halo tournament or like what? Smash Brothers, Mario Kart.
Smash Brothers, Mario Kart, Diddy Kong Racing.
Like all that shit.
That was the best, bro.
Crash Bandicoot Kart. There's so many.
Bandicoot Kart was amazing.
Underrated, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like those days are gone for the most part. I mean, we still have, of course, like you can get together, play on a couple of separate TVs while you're at a little hangout or whatever. But the days of having to go to a friend's house and hook a controller up or hook 4 controllers up to a PlayStation, like that part of it's gone. You don't have to do that anymore. So I want to hear from each of you. Do you feel like the new social aspect for games has hurt or helped that new social driven aspect of video games?
So I would say it's kind of done both.
Yeah.
Because I mean, think of both ways. You can connect online, you meet new players, new people, and you create new friendships through that way. But however, the coming together and hanging out with each other and hanging out with your friends has kind of gone on the wayside because they're so quick to get home and put their headsets on and never have any face-to-face interaction.
True. By the rest.
Yeah. I think it's kind of a shame because think about it. Back then we had this big, huge, or heavy-ass small TVs for 4-player split screen.
You're really
squinting. Now we got these giant 85-inch TVs that we can't use to full capacity with 4 players on it. Split screen, that would be fucking shit.
Oh yeah.
Nah, we got. I think it's fine. I just hate it because I'm at work. You fuckers.
Yeah.
You fuckers we're being on in 10 minutes. Hurry up. So now I gotta rush home. Now I even get out work clothes, put on headsets because Brandon goes to bed. Brandon goes to bed at the crack of dawn or night. So fucking early.
Oh
That's
man.
the shitty thing. I know.
It's past my bedtime already. What y'all talking about?
That's what I'm talking about.
Dude, I thought Brandon was gonna the fuck out when Kurt said an hour.
I felt that. I felt the disturbance in the force.
I'm just serious. I can rub it right.
That's funny.
Oh Jesus.
I mean, yeah, but
even same thing. Like the fact that video games have become so online based, so community based with the online games and stuff like that. The toll that it takes on relationships.
Yeah.
So it's, it's funny, and I'm lucky enough, I guess, to have someone that's fully with me as long as I guess, exercise reason with it, that's okay with it. But man, there are so many women out there.
Yeah.
Oh, my man's on that video game,
Yeah.
But here's the thing: there's so many women out there that are better gamers than us men.
Listen,
very true.
Holy shit! If you watch a couple of Twitch streamers, they're fucking great. But remember, this is back in the day of video gaming when saving was a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
It's hey, can you give me 5 minutes to save? That's when arguments start blowing up in your face.
Yep.
Now you can be like, give me 2 seconds.
Save, or even just turn it off.
Throw that bitch off. And all right, let's go. Let's go before you jump down my throat about I've been playing this video game for 2 hours, which has only been 10 minutes. I got you. Let's just go.
And I can only imagine back to the original NES days, the Nintendo days, when you couldn't save it all. Hold on, Mom. I'm almost done.
Oh yeah.
No, you just turn it off and say, "Pray to God." Hopefully, you can get to that point again within 3 hours.
Oh,
Nah, where's the meatloaf?
oh, Jesus.
It's like, kid, yeah, you guys got it so easy now.
I'm telling you.
This quick save shit,
Oh yeah.
quick save shit from hell. But no,
You know what else?
I'm gonna put it this way for relationship. If you do have, like, let's say, a man that's not willing to pause or whatever, whatnot, and just like,
That
hey,
depends on the game.
it depends on the
Like,
game.
yeah. If
But
you,
at the same time, if you could save it and walk away.
Mm-hmm.
I
My wife
remember there's a lot of like late night hang out, and I'm deep in the game, and I was just like, and they're like, "Hey, you want to hang out?" I'm like, "Well, fuck it, sure, why not?" Boom, pause, save, don't give a shit. I'm out the door. That's all you got to do.
First of all,
Just,
what
like,
boys are
just say
those?
less.
'Cause you hang up on my ass.
That's easy because that's easy. It's like, do I want to hear you yelling bitch about something, or which curtain am I gonna get?
It
Bro,
depends
one
on
is
the
it?
situation.
bro,
Exactly.
let's talk a second about Kurt when he
Uh-oh.
plays video games.
See,
I can get my own
which one we
segment here.
gonna
Let's
get?
hear it. Let's
Let-
talk about him.
Let's talk about Kurt's mixed reactions and roller coaster when he plays a video game.
Let's hear.
You get Kurt in a lobby. He's so happy, so giddy, so full of life. He's excited for what's going to happen. Flash forward about 35 minutes into gameplay.
Wow, that's a long time.
Kurt's oh shit, holy fucking everything, and just ready to
Hey,
punch a small child.
well,
Yes.
Maybe not his own small child, but some poor sucker's small child.
I don't think who can do an impression?
I
mean,
volunteered
if you really
Joey
wanna
since he
see-
brought it up.
If you really want to see, come check me out at Falcon Prime on Twitch. You'll see everything.
There's
Or
the
YouTube.
plug. There's the plug.
There it
Boom,
is.
there's the plug.
It only took him 35 minutes to get to the plug.
Correct.
Well, here's the thing. Like, at least he finally learned not to break a controller.
Well, no, there's a
Back then,
reason.
he
There's
went
a
through
reason
a
why.
lot of controllers.
Because now I pay for them, and they're about $100 a piece.
Tell me more. Was he a controller breaker?
No.
Yes, he was. Plain and simple. Yes,
So
he was.
I'm gonna give Dante the mic first.
Oh
And
God,
we're
no.
gonna hear the controller breaking story.
No, it's not like a very famous one. It's just normal Kurt
Wow, normal.
just mashing a button, and then you can see within his right hand lifted up above his head, and then just smashing it on the fucking floor because he couldn't get the character to do a certain thing. Oh, actually, you know how if you watch back a couple of his videos, how he say he was aiming and he shot the dude like 100 times and he missed? It's kind of like that. He couldn't get the character do what he wanted to do in his brain. That's what I think. And so he just gets so frustrated, quickly gets pissed and smashes the controller on the ground.
It doesn't smash anymore. I put a pillow down there.
That's a pillow.
You wanna know a memory that I remember very vividly? Actually, I say vividly. That's the wrong word. I don't remember it vividly. I remember it vaguely, but it's a vivid standing memory from old Brando. Way back.
Oh.
Let's hear this.
When I first
let's hear this.
when I first ever met Brandon. So for those you don't know, Brandon's kind of sort of technically my cousin, but we've been more so best friends for like the past 15 years or so. And one of the first times I ever met him, I remember they were living out close to the farmer's market way back when in Georgia, where we're from. And went to his house. He's older than me. Man, he was a little shit. Like a shithead. So, me being the younger kid, all I want to do is hang out and have fun. And Brandon's just bullying the shit out of me. Brandon wouldn't let me play whatever damn game. I think it was I don't remember if it was Halo or something. But Brandon would not let me play this damn game. So all I remember, up until we met later in life, was that's the bullying shithead that wouldn't let me play the video game. And dude, so many more times after we played games together, like when we grew up, I had this pent up rage that I didn't really know how to what to do with it. So every time we played games together, I would just fucking having PTSD episodes and shit with him in the room.
Now, see, my question.
I didn't know we were
is,
supposed to answer that one. I thought it was gonna be more. I was waiting for more. I'm like, did we have to answer that one?
Crazy.
So sure where this is going.
How the
Yeah.
fuck have we like been like best friends for like what 15 plus years? That. I remember you from that age being an annoying little shit.
Ooh.
I remembered it vividly. Emotional.
Man, I don't remember the this time that you're talking about at all.
You don't remember that?
Not at all.
Oh.
I remember thinking you were an aggravating like shit, but I don't remember why. I don't remember us really like having any interaction when we were younger.
That's probably why. You just don't remember it. That was the occasion, right
So
there.
did y'all really hang out?
No.
No.
Wow.
Like not till what, like 2007, 2008?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dante and I started in the 90s.
That's because y'all are old.
Old as fuck.
We old as fuck.
That's because we're just family.
Let's say y'all bought the Atari brand new.
Mm-hmm. Well, at least
Well,
you got to see
Dante
like
did.
every video game come up. You know, I didn't do Atari. Couldn't afford Atari.
I did
My
Atari.
first one was like the NES.
Talk about the NES. Let's talk about how them controllers. They chipped the glass out of my TV.
Those controller hurt my hand.
They fly back at you and they still work.
They still work. Those were the tough.
They
controls
were
that you couldn't
tough,
break, man.
And then when your mom got a hold of them, you ran.
Oh shit.
Well, that's your mom. My mom never got a hold of that shit. She just got a hold of a belt.
Yeah, well, my mom come
There's
barging in. I can't really fight my mom.
I mean, you could.
Have you seen my mom get mad? Dante has.
I was about to say, I wouldn't mess
My
would
mom.
not fuck your life.
I thought you got a text message from your mom too. I heard somebody phone beside me. Like, boy, you talking about me? I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I also like to wish my mom a happy birthday. It is her birthday today.
Today's your mom's birthday.
It is, Lori. Yep, happy
Tell
birthday.
her happy birthday. Who wants to sing happy birthday?
I ain't got no voice.
Don't everybody raise their hand.
I ain't got no voice.
Why don't you lead us off, Joey? Go ahead.
You're the good singer of the group.
Yeah. And then Brandon will follow.
Yeah.
I think my mic's breaking. I don't know if I'll be able to.
He's like moving along.
Happy birthday to you. All right, good job. Let's go.
Oh man. So yeah, I mean that was kind of bringing me to the like how multiplayer games and social games like that form friendships, and it's honestly kind of how this little thing started. I mean,
according to the last episode, it was all because of me. I forced it upon y'all.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So
yeah, you bullied everybody.
I bullied everybody. Thank you, Brandon. Correct word.
Yeah, you bullied everybody to play Hell Let Loose. That was the problem.
And look at the squad we had. We were killing it.
Yeah, and then Brandon deleted it off his Xbox.
That was me.
Wow.
I still have it. I told you I still have it.
Oh,
I expected from Dante.
No, that was me. After that glitchy show, like I'm done.
Yeah, Dante turned his back on Hell Let Loose.
He was just mad, He was killing everybody.
Like level 5. As soon as you hit level 5 in Medic, there's nothing for you to work forward to.
They give you a pistol.
Like, fuck, dude. There's like nothing to look forward to, like a new weapon to defend myself or nothing.
Bro, I had other squad leaders ring up to me trying to get you.
No.
Even one tried shooting you, and I shot him.
This sounds like some 1912 shit.
Well, it's 1944, to be correct.
Oh, damn.
You were a little off on your world wars.
World
Just a little
Wars.
horse.
Speaking of World Wars, goddamn, I'm missing Luis right now.
Miss what?
Luis.
I know. Wow.
Luis.
Man, I always feel like Lewis is the star of the show. To me, in my eyes, he always has me cracking up.
Yeah, I miss his voice.
Luis is whoa.
The good story.
Sorry, did I say it out loud? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I had
pause. Mrs. Voice no homo.
Thank you, Dante. Thank you.
You're welcome.
He was gonna have his own little spot at the end of the show called the Kiko Consejo, and now I don't know what we're gonna do. Now we're gonna have to give the mic to Dante at the end of this for
What
him
the fuck for?
life advice.
There it is. Boom.
What the fuck for? Oh man.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get him to get us some life advice and stuff like that.
Life advices.
Yeah.
Oh, I save it for then, I guess.
So like that gets into it, man. Like so we got together for the most part because all this stuff we play, but like it's became so much of my day and so much of my life, so that kind of made me want to think and talk about how important the healthy hobbies and friendships are for men, especially in stressful times and hard times in life. Having that healthy outlet. Give me a little bit. Do you guys have any like personal experience of how relationships like this and games and whatnot has led to getting you through harder times?
Oh, absolutely.
Let's hear it.
Well, there's a lot of times I've had, family deaths, relationship issues. And I always turn to video games. It takes me out of the atmosphere and one where I don't have to be bothered by it.
Yeah.
It's an escape from reality.
Escape from reality. God, I cannot figure out the words for that.
You cop-
My mind was not working right there. But Brandon, thank you for.
Yeah, I kind of picked up on it.
I appreciate it. I was struggling. I was under the water, and you reached in and pulled me out.
Thank you for saving me.
Exactly. Thanks, Dante.
You should thank Brandon. He saved you.
So for
my own brother couldn't do it.
Kurt,
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
You're gonna keep what?
I'm gonna keep the spotlight on you now, Kurt.
Go ahead.
So if you're okay, what is the deepest, darkest time that this outlet and friendships have kept you afloat? If you're up with sharing, because I'm gonna ask the other guys the same thing, and I'm gonna give mine as well at the end.
I won't get into detail. I did some stuff and, almost lost my wife because of it. So to make myself better, I worked on myself, and video games just kind of helped me with another hobby. And I just focused on that and friends on there. And you met met a lot of people. Dante was there. And, it just kind of helped me through those times, keep my mind off things. And I wasn't always worrying or, down in the dumps, and it just, come back and take myself out of reality and come back strong. I guess, I really don't have the words for it at the moment, but it was the only thing I had at the time. My family lived on the other coast, and, Dante couldn't always answer his phone for the 100th time that day. Y'all really don't understand. He is a big part of my life, if you haven't noticed. But yeah, and it was there.
Good.
It's kind of hard to talk about, but yeah.
Yeah. Appreciate you sharing. So what about the other two guys? Who wants to pop up and share first?
Wow.
No.
We're
gonna put Brando. Thanks for volunteering.
Well, kind of like how Kurt said, like family and everything's away. Yeah. Especially once I left the motorcycle club I was in, I really didn't have anybody here to hang out with, to socialize with, or anything like that. So outside of work, it's just kind of come home and put up my thumbs. Especially once I got rid of the motorcycle, that was my main outlet for relieving stress and escaping reality and everything. So with that gone, I turned to games, because it's an easy way that I could sit here for a couple hours or something, and and get the stress out.
That's a big thing, getting that stress out. Like so many people, and it also goes to profession. Like there are some professions that really put a toll on an individual, and men, and especially manly men, we're still in the stigma to where asking people for help, talking to people, it's still very difficult. Luckily, I feel like more has been spotlighted on men's mental health.
Yes, it has.
And I believe it's that people are starting to see that it's better to go and talk to someone and cry on someone's shoulder, I think, as Mr. Patty said, than have to cry at someone's funeral. And I know there are people out there right now that could probably benefit from hearing this, man. Like, it's an outlet, just being with your boys, bullshitting, playing some games, man, talking. The conversations that are had is hilarious. Like, it's an escape, and it's a healthy escape. And they're always there. Your boys are always there. It's that thing that you can look to at the end of the night to get through, no matter how hard the day's been. And it keeps a lot of people going. What about you, Dante?
Ah, fuck.
Break through that emotional barrier you have there.
God, I got a fucking wall, bro. Anyway,
That's
so I am not good at storytelling. If you know me,
Yeah.
That's a
I
lie.
bounce from beginning of the story, go to the ending of the story, then I jump right back into the middle.
Oh, so it's kind of like The
go
Witcher.
back to the beginning.
I was about to
'cause
say,
I forget shit.
Like The Witcher. The show The Witcher.
Yeah. So, video games is an outlet, and I remember lots of times how people, growing up, was like, "How can you play this game for X amount of time? Blah 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 blah. You should be going out there doing stuff. You should go out there and interact with people. Just stupid shit.
people suck.
People unbelievably suck. I am a shut-in because of certain people. I rather stay home and then go out and interact with people. I literally interact with people 12 hours a day on my job. I am their psychiatrist, apparently, and a therapist. And I can relate. And I never, ever get the chance to say how I feel certain times to certain people, because as soon as I say about 3 things of opening up about myself, they jump back to them about their problems. So I just ignore that.
Mm-hmm.
I go home and I lose myself into an RPG, pretending that I am someone else that is just not me at the time. If I'm out exploring the universe, saving galaxies, that's my thing.
Unless your ship
I don't
blows
have
up.
to worry about unless your ship blows up. Unless then you have to restart over again. But I don't have to worry about how Dante's feeling at the time.
Yeah.
When there's a real mental problem or issue that I have, that's when I love you, Kurt, but it's not you. You have kids and family to deal with. I turn to my brother Sean, and it's me and him back and forth. When we both have something to talk about or a mental break, we just call a bro down. And that's what we had last Saturday. It's us online taking a shot, talking for like 30 minutes before we even play a game.
And if you want a show, that is the one to listen to.
After we get through talk about our personal shit,
I didn't say
like
that
30 minutes, we just, because no one listens to us, so we listen to each other. And after we get through saying our piece or cheersing to our friends that are passed away or whatever, whatnot, we jump in and we play our stupid drunken rules on fighting games that are just so stupid. I look back and like, what the fuck were we thinking when we came up with these rules? Because you're older and you can't drink as like you used to. The shit fucks you up. But at the same time, let me finish. At the same time, it's fun. I think on what I'm trying to say as I ramble on long time. Video games did save my life. I'm not gonna lie. And for guys out there, just if someone, like anybody tells you like video games is not a healthy way, tell them to go suck a dick kindly and please. It is your life, your rule. Because once you in your house, are you living for them? They're not here to tell you anything anymore. They might see you outside telling you need to stop that, but once they're in their own home, they're busy doing whatever the fuck they want to do.
Listen, if you're in your house,
So
that's your
them.
kingdom.
Yeah. You do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Live your life.
You're away from the
If
world,
it's
man.
not
Shut
video
that door.
games, if it's not video games, collect cards, do whatever to help you. You
So,
know, reach out.
And at the same time,
hey, Joey, do me a favor. Give our gamer tags up for us one more time.
give you gamer tags. And to be honest with you, I need to look for them.
Put you on the spot.
I need to look at the.
Now we'll come back to that in the show. We'll give them
Yeah.
out before we end the show.
Because I do have it written down still.
We are here.
Yeah. So I can come back and put the plugs in at the end of it.
But also like talking about Dante, how you get away from the world and everything. It's the bond you build with a lot of people in the game when you talk to them, because no one knows who you are. You can tell, if you have an issue, you can talk about it, and no one's going to judge you sometimes. Yeah. Because most of the time, a lot of people are going through the same thing. No one knows your name. They don't know who you are, where you live. But you get it off your chest.
Yeah.
And then you hear everybody's opinion.
Yep.
Unless you're in that 12-year-old chat, then you really don't want to mention it in there.
Oh, yeah.
No shit. That's when you just mute it and just say, I don't keep going.
Yep.
That's it. Just mute it and go about your day. Yeah, and that's like for me. Like, so I kind of went away from it. It's funny, too, like seeing how big a helper that stuff is. So a couple years ago when I went through a separation with my ex-wife, and in that time period, it's probably the worst time period of my life. Brandon knows. I was adopted by my grandparents. So my grandparents raised me my whole life from 2 months old. And my dad lived with him as well. Never really made much out of himself, unfortunately. And one thing, looking back now, like the one thing that he introduced me to were video games. And he loved playing video games. Man, I look back on it and all the times that I told him, don't want to play right now. No, I don't want to play this. Man, I'm telling you, bro, if you're listening to this right now and you're having issues with your family or your dad, fucking put it to rest and be with your family. You have no idea the little things that you miss when you lose someone in your family. During the separation of my wife, I lost both of my grandparents, who were my parents my whole life, all I knew, and my dad within a year and a half span. And dude, it was one of the absolute worst feelings I could ever begin to try to describe, and it wouldn't touch it. So luckily I met Lindsay in that time, but one of the things that I wound up going back to, just like you guys, the games, man, the friendships that I had made previously through Xbox Live and stuff like that. I got working on it and got back to it, and it became this escape and really helped kind of alleviate some of the pain out of the loss. But also I can't help but say, that it can also be an unhealthy thing too, in a way. So, I mean, practicing moderation in all things is key. You get to a point with anything in life that you can dive into it so much that you lose sight of reality. So you're spending all your time, especially if you're in a relationship, on that outlet, and it can also become unhealthy as well. So luckily I've never been really big on addiction and things like that, and I could do moderation and things. So it kind of helped also not get up to a worse level than it did with the alcohol. The video games, I think, is what kept me grounded, what kept me escaped. Like Dante said, I really like what Dante said. And some people would think, you're weird for saying, you hop into a character and then just, go about your day as if you were somebody completely different. But I 100% understand that. So many people that they listen to this will probably understand the same thing. But yeah, it's a real outlet for anything. And I don't think there's anything in life that you can go through that you can't find a community in something like this that you love that'll help you get through it. And I just want to say, I know it's probably difficult and I caught you guys off guard. I didn't say that I was going to ask that tonight, but I appreciate all of you for sharing.
Well, no, that's an important subject nowadays. And, a lot of people are going through a lot of problems, and sometimes they're just scared to get help.
And that's the big thing, man. Like no one is ever going to judge you for having a problem and getting help for it. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if you have some addiction, if you have any kind of problems mentally that if you're just feeling out of sorts. I mean, There's so many ways to reach out and get help nowadays. To go to a friend, like nobody's going to judge you. And honestly, if somebody judges you when you're going to them for help, maybe you need to reevaluate the people that are close to you in life.
Well, just remember, and one thing is that no one's perfect. No one has a perfect life. No one has a perfect anything. And so get help.
And don't look to social media for what you think happiness should be either.
That's true.
That's why you block social media. Just use Messenger. Don't look at Facebook all the time.
On Messenger.
Promoting our stuff. But you know what? While we're here, we might as well go at it. Like, social media these days has absolutely destroyed the idea of like what people believe happiness entails these days is absolutely wrong.
Well, it's not about that.
It's
about how many views can I get for my company.
Not even how many views. I mean, it's like it's so easy
to
have
how much clout I can stir up on Facebook.
Correct.
Yeah,
that's what it looks like. It's just the clout.
And it's so crazy how many people these days, especially young people, will look at an Instagram or Facebook post and be like, "Oh man, I don't have a picture of me in these Balenciaga shorts on a yacht. not doing what I'm doing in life. I don't have.
Man.
I don't have a Porsche in my driveway. I don't have an apartment that I could fit 17 elephants in. Like, I'm doing it all wrong, bro."
Put the elephant in the apartment. Why?
Then people get their thoughts and they want to compare themselves to other people.
That's
just don't. You live your own life.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest contributors, I feel like, in not even just men and women these days feeling like failures is because I believe people's perception of what success is so outlandish these days because of what people see on social media. Like,
I want to wait, I'm sorry to cut you off, but
no, you're
the
good.
reason why I don't even do Facebook anymore is in that whole 2020 thing. I know I hate talking about shit like that, but there was so much hate about people getting the shot or not getting the shot during COVID
over
season,
a shot.
It was rampant. It was bad.
Who cares if you got it or not?
Really turned to video games because it was the ugliest. You had friends you knew for like 15, 20 years, and they just went disgusting on Facebook.
Yep.
Because you're supposed to it's somebody's opinion, it's their opinion. Period.
Yep.
But this
exactly.
one
you can't have your opinion nowadays.
You don't have if you don't have my back on this, you're not my friend.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Calm the fuck down. It's freedom.
Yep.
We're in America. It's supposed to be freedom of choice, freedom of speech.
Yep.
It's your life. If you want to get the shot, cool. If you don't, cool. Stay 6 feet away. Like they said, stay 6 feet away. But there are some people in your face yelling at you, get the shot, but they're not following the guidelines of the CDC at the same fucking time. It's like, how can you come in my face, already breaking the 6 feet rule, yelling at me about something that I don't want to do with my body, and you worried about I'm passing around to somebody, but yet you're literally passing it to my face. Maybe they don't even know. No one knows because it's airport. Who the fuck knows? Don't care. I think after that I stopped really being on Facebook. Yeah. Literally, I literally stopped because I was like, you know what? Fuck this. It would be a recluse. Well, if I was a recluse before, I'm definitely a recluse now.
You're right. Well, it was that culture where either you're with me or against me, and that's what everybody wanted to believe.
That was bad. That was a bad,
the stupidest thing I ever heard.
That's going to go down as one of the most divisive times in American history.
Yeah, I mean,
wake
up,
bro.
Dang, you're your own person. Make your own choices.
Here's the thing, man. Being out there when they said everybody stay home unless you have essential jobs, and being the job that I had, I was out there 24/7. I had customers literally bitch in my face telling them I'm giving them the disease because mind you, remember everybody bought gloves, wipe downs, all that. I didn't wipe down the cardboard boxes because at the time the CDC says they literally said on the cardboard it stays up to 8 hours, and I remember almost every fucking stop they were like, I am not taking that shit. How fucking dare you deliver this shit to my house without wiping it? Don't you know there's a pandemic? People can fucking die, you stupid piece of shit. Literally, people telling me this to my face. And I'm like, I didn't order this. You're the one that ordered this.
Yeah.
You know? Like, what am I supposed to do? As you can see, I have no gloves on my hands. So I'm literally touching it. I could be infected, but you are literally worrying about yourself. So I was like, okay, I will take the package away from you. Don't worry about it. But mind you, like, this is the time when the shortage is out. So she was looking for that package again. She was waiting months to get that package, months. And I made sure I wrote down. I had a list of people that were so mean. If they ordered something, they get theirs 5 days late. Plain and simple. Because out there, people didn't understand. Like on the news, like I delivered to like retirement homes where old people were literally prisoners in their own retirement homes. They couldn't leave. No one, their sons and daughters couldn't even visit them. They were locked inside, couldn't leave. Period. So they were my number one priority of making sure they get their shit first before anybody. You know,
good.
That year was the worst I have seen in humanity. And I think that was like I used to go out to bars all the time, but after that, I literally stopped going to bars because people were just so mean. I was done, and I really started gaming even more than I ever did before. You know, I hated that year. That year sucked.
It was
on a lot of reasons.
It was rough. It was definitely rough. But you know what? I feel like we learned a lot about ourselves during that time, and I feel like hopefully that we won't let anything get to that point again. And it's just so unfortunate that normally it takes something horrible happening for all of us to come together, but that one event in our history will go down as, like I said, the most divided time in American history between people.
Yep.
Anytime. It's just crazy that how people can be. But kicking it off to a little bit less serious note, did you guys know that the avocado was originally named for a testicle? I did not know that.
What?
What made you look that up?
Well, it's really
no. Walk me through the process of what the fuck made you look that up. I'm more interested in that than the tidbit about the avocado.
I'm confused.
Listen,
I'm listening.
So apparently it came through on a group text that Lindsay had, and I just felt like I needed to share that on your show today.
Oh, I thought like all of a sudden you just like, what's another word for like nut? I guess.
No.
In that November, I don't know.
And I felt like that was a good time to like take it down a little bit,
So
oh my god, fucking! You want to know a fun fact though? You want the number one selling game was for 2020?
What was that?
Can you take a guess?
The number
something
one
Nintendo?
2020?
Well, there's 4 games up there, but the top one is
something Nintendo.
No.
Damn.
PUBG.
PUBG.
And then closing in behind that is Super Mario Bros. Then Mario
Wait,
Kart
was
8. And then
PUBG free?
The one game I never really got into was Overwatch. Yes.
Yeah, I'm not an Overwatch guy.
But I'm sure they had like a battle pass or something with PUBG. I'm not sure how that really worked with PUBG.
Yeah, Overwatch was fun. It was good.
Where's
good.
Brandon?
What?
Wait, what?
Is he awake?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Are you there?
Okay. Did we wake you?
Y'all just been talking, so I just been.
You were snoring. I heard some snoring going on there.
I thought you were snoring too, man.
Did you remember the avocado?
Yeah, it actually made me Google random facts. So that's what
did you know flamingos bend their legs at the ankle, not the knee?
What is Paul Blart in here?
Damn. Did y'all hear? Did y'all hear that Battlefield 2042 is joining Game Pass and getting free weekends?
Really?
That
they
makes
got to do something to get plays on it.
Right.
Successful game.
Oh man.
They're like, oh, we gotta put it on there.
Oh,
we gotta get people to play.
Whose game was that last episode? Oh, Kiko. It was Lewis's.
Speaking of Kiko, so I believe we're drawing down to the end of this episode. We had a little bit of a serious spot there. Kind of turned in a little bit more serious than I thought it would. But originally, at this point in the show, I was going to have Lewis spark a little bit of life advice for us. But unfortunately, Lewis is a little bit under the weather and could not be attending the podcast tonight, which, Lewis, shout out to you again, bud. If you don't get better, I'm going to kill you. No threats.
Oh, wow.
Just a little won't kill you, just hurt you pretty badly. But anyway, so then it shifted to maybe Dante would give the fatherly advice for the end of the show. But since Brandon has been taking a nap, I feel like Brandon should give us some ending words of wisdom.
No, boom. Can I throw in one real quick?
You know what? You want to volunteer one? We'll give you one.
Yeah. Word of wisdom. Use your fucking blinkers. That's all I gotta say. Use your fucking blinkers.
Slow drivers in the right
Don't
lane.
just like hit your brake like maybe I'm gonna turn left, maybe I'm gonna turn right. Motherfucker, I don't know.
Aren't you in
Use your
Minnesota?
blinker. That's what it's for. That's just everywhere.
It's not a law to use them. It's just strongly recommended, right, Kurt?
No. Whatever. No. I ain't gonna
Only
go
if
there.
you impede.
Because someone knows the law, like studied the law so hard that breaks it.
I am the law.
Bullshit. Fuck it. Use your blinker. Use your fucking blinker.
Yes, I am a big
Don't give a
fan
shit.
of Judge Dredd. Okay?
Yeah.
Favorite
Yeah.
actor.
Judge Dredd should send a fine that
Listen.
says use your fucking blinker.
Listen, the best person who played
Oh my
Judge
God.
Dredd was Sylvester Stallone. Hands down.
Kurt, we're going to get into another hour worth of movies now. Calm down.
Well, we haven't done
Yeah,
a movie.
but
We haven't done a movie
the re-
segment yet.
The
We're gonna-
remake,
You're
I,
gonna,
Oh, with-
I enjoyed the
Carl
remake.
Urban?
That was pretty good.
Yeah, with
Yeah,
Carl
it was
Urban,
pretty
yeah,
good.
He was all right, but you know.
See, yeah. No, I'm the dude who's like, yeah, they got a new person, but I want to see where they're gonna go with it. At least I give it a chance.
Well,
I don't
I
like,
did.
oh, if it ain't that person, ain't that person.
I thought it was okay, but when he said "I am the law," I didn't go with Sylvester Stallone's "I am
See,
the law."
No. You gotta. You already knew this.
I know.
See, you went in with a fan like that, dude.
Jeez.
You didn't even give it a chance. Like, nope. If you say the line, fuck this whole movie.
We haven't had
Even though it was
Dante's-
good until that one point. Fuck this movie.
All right.
Like, think about it. I'm a Turtles fan. You know how many
Bro,
times
So-
Turtles movies change, and I had to
so-
still give it a chance?
a fun fact for you: if you go and watch the first movie from the '80s, you can see them inside their mouths. The person playing them.
I'm gonna give you crickets. I'm gonna give you crickets.
Childhood blown.
No, I already knew that, but I'm just gonna give you crickets.
All right. I'm going to pull the leash back a little bit, guys.
All right, yeah,
All right,
Brandon,
all right,
Brandon,
all right.
go
Go
ahead,
ahead, yeah,
Brandon.
go ahead, Brandon.
Sorry, Brandon, go ahead, Brandon, go ahead.
Have fun. Don't get arrested. Don't hurt nobody, and don't die. There you go.
Where's the wisdom?
Where's
And use
Follow
your fucking
that.
blinker.
You had
Yeah, and use your fucking blink.
you had Ninja Turtles
the-
and Judge Dredd to Google some really.
I'm stuck on the random facts, okay? There was a bunch.
Kurt,
We gave you plenty of opportunity. So much opportunity. I'm just joking.
Kurt,
Yes.
you're going to redeem yourself. Go.
Watch out for poles. Go Dolphins. And I had ribs for dinner.
Watch out.
If
I don't see what the
know.
problem is that, you
I'm
know?
just
Nobody's
gotta say,
able to appreciate
if you know, you know.
Kurt.
I'm just saying. We're going to go weak.
Mm.
Haven't hit nothing really, you know?
Oh dear God. So,
Well, you know, I did get the
It's
scar on my right eye. I did hit my
weak.
car door. Well, it hit me.
Oh, Lord.
oh God.
Yeah, it was
Human
bad there.
vehicles or
Daddy-
just objects.
I swear, man, they're out to get me.
And that's the sad thing.
You know, my wife even told me that this is the second time this right eye's taken a beating. I need to get an eye patch.
Or
Ooh.
out of excuses that Megan beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, or
I mean, I can
Yeah.
go how many times she wanted to, but nah, she's never hit me.
Oh, I hope she
she
hears.
came close.
I mean, if I'm sleeping, I don't feel it, but I mean,
Yeah, I was about to say she came close.
I wish I was there when Megan listened to this part of the podcast. She's gonna be like, "Oh, you just watch your face."
well, when we talk on the next episode, I'll be sure to let you know that we are now one. One hit has been landed.
It's like Megan's homework. Megan, please punch him one time so we can talk about it.
Well,
Please do it.
you know what, guys? I feel like now's the time to thank everybody for tuning in to this episode, the second round of the Band of Bothers podcast. And I'm going to go ahead and plug everyone's Xbox tags on here right now. So, Brando, Mr. Brando, VPR 1019, Dante, Kojak, COJACK 2424. Check him out.
Okay.
Ever Elusive, who's not here with us tonight. Kiko, KIKO 2659. Check him out. And then you've got Mr. Falcon Prime, common spelling.
Dang, bro.
There ain't no space.
And then you've got MAC 30. And we are on Xbox Live. No other consoles because Xbox is superior. Out there.
I ain't say anything.
A feedback from that one. But anyway, just want to thank everyone for tuning into this episode. Go check us out on Instagram, Band of Bothers Podcast. Check us out if you watch the episodes on Spotify. And anything else?
Hold it.
Guys, any last hurrahs?
Every console's great. Ignore this motherfucker.
Please leave your comments in the comment section, please.
All consoles matter.
Oh, every video game matters, man. Every video game, except for PC, because then PC always like, we're the master race. Fuck them too.
Oh,
but like seriously, every console's great.
Wait, don't you have a PC?
Not a gaming one.
Oh, you're not superior.
We are out, folks.